Hey, how do you like this picture? Isn't it lovely? Me and John with a nice couples photo. Doesn't he look so happy? Don't we look like we're so much in love?
You really are something. You know that? It's hard to believe that anyone would be willing to send pictures of their own affair to someone. I guess in that way you can say I'm quite impressed with the picture.
Oh, wow. Well, you don't seem that fazed now, do you? Even though I'm going out with your husband on a nice vacation for two, being all lovey-dovey, you really are something yourself, huh?
Yeah, that's not all either. You go and decide to have an affair with the husband of someone you knew since middle school?
I know, right? Isn't it just the craziest thing? Though I am, kind of sorry that everything turned out like this. But when you think about it, isn't it actually kind of amazing that we're all part of the same school?
I guess you could say that.
Hey, let's play a little game. Do you know why it is that me and John ended up doing all of this? Why we ended up going on this lovely vacation, being with each other fully in love?
Let me guess. Because you've secretly liked each other for all these years? Or something like that, huh?
You're perfectly right. But really, when I heard that John was going to get married to you, I suddenly got so angry. I mean, I couldn't believe him. Why would he choose you over me? It didn't make any sense to me. I'm so cute and you're so not. So I probably ended up getting a little out of hand.
Is that so?
Which is why about 2 years ago, I took the plunge and approached him directly. But here's the best part. After I approached him, he said the sweetest thing to me. I always wanted to marry you instead of Rachel. Isn't that just the most amazing thing you ever heard?
You really do just keep talking, don't you?
Well, I mean, of course I do. I want to brag about this as much as I can. But what are you going to do about it, Rachel?
What am I going to do about it? What are you talking about?
Oh, silly. Of course I'm talking about divorce. Hurry up and tell me whether you're going to divorce or not. I really want to know. I mean, that's the whole reason that I'm texting you in the first place. Huh? What is that? Some hotel?
Exactly. I'm footing the bill for me, Mary, and Susan to stay at a nice hotel suite.
Oh. Huh, well, good for you then. But what is this all of a sudden? Are you trying to brag about something? Are you trying to say something like, because I have 2 other friends, losing one is no big deal? Because if you are, that's pretty cute.
Well, I guess you could say I'm doing something like that. But hopefully you do realize that all 3 of us are going to cut any and all contact with you. You can use this picture as a marker for the anniversary where you lost 3 of your closest friends.
Really?
Nah, I'm only making a joke at your expense, of course.
Huh? Wow, what are you trying to pull? You're obviously just trying to show off your nice hotel suite, aren't you? It really is cute that you're trying to get attention for going to a nice hotel, but it's not going to get you anywhere. I mean, seriously, are you trying to make me feel jealous or something because I'm not staying in some luxury suite? If you are, you're seriously barking up the wrong tree, Rachel. I don't feel jealous or anything of the sort.
Now, Sarah, are you seriously going to tell me that you didn't notice anything about that picture?
Notice anything? What are you talking about? There isn't anything to notice. In the picture that you sent, it's just a nice hotel room.
So how about if you look at this photo? Does anything start to stand out?
Wait, I know that place. It can't be. We're in the same hotel?
Oh, so you finally figured it out. Great job. Yeah, we had checked into the same hotel as you and John, and we're going to be staying here as well. Isn't that just amazing? Not usual that a situation like this comes up now, does it? Such an amazing coincidence.
What is it that you're planning here?
I knew about this little escapade of yours from the start. Where you were going to go, what you were going to do.
You knew about everything?
Yes, which is exactly why I also brought my parents along with me. I planned to have a nice conversation with all of us. I mean, if we do that, then everything that you've been wanting can be done even faster.
Stop playing around. You really do have a sick hobby, don't you? Something like this you could easily have done after the vacation was over. Intentionally coming all the way to a hotel and also getting your parents involved in it. I can't believe you.
Sick hobby? Are you saying that I have a sick hobby? What about you? But for now, how about we make plans for that conversation? How does after dinner sound to you? I would really like to get the whole divorce proceedings underway as soon as possible. Oh, and not just for me, but for you as well.
Wait, are you being serious? You told my husband about this as well?
I mean, of course I did. It seems like he'll be here in about 20 minutes, so hope you're looking forward to seeing him.
You're lying. How could you do this?
I might as well let you know now, but trying to run away would be useless. I mean, the parents are already here. Not even just that. I have all the evidence that I would ever need to reveal about what you've been doing with my husband.
Well, whatever then. I've already braced myself for what would happen if I was caught. I mean, I was already thinking about the reparations that I might have to pay when I sent that photo. The ending is the same. The only thing that has changed is how we get there. If it has already come down to this, I'll give you what you want. But, to the main point, this will most certainly spell divorce for you, right?
I mean, we're on the same page there. Of course I'm going to divorce him. What woman wants a man that is willing to cheat? If you want him that bad, I'll gladly give him to you.
That's perfect for me, then. Let's get the divorce underway as soon as possible so that you can start living your new, sad bachelorette lifestyle. So there.
So there? What are you even saying? How old are you now? You still talk like you did when you were in middle school. I really do wonder how long you're going to continue acting like a child.
Oh, shut up, Rachel.
Also, you said that I should hurry up and start living a sad bachelorette lifestyle, right? But don't get confused now, that wouldn't be me, but in reality, you.
Hurry up and spit it out. Just get it over with. Come on over to the room and get everything underway.
No, not the room. We're going to be doing this in the lobby. Why should we be the ones to come all the way to your room? It's you two who should be coming to us. So don't run, and hurry and get down to the lobby.
Fine.
Rachel, are you still up? I want to discuss something, just between the two of us. Could you come down to the lobby?
I knew it. I knew you'd contact me eventually. You really are a piece of work, coward. Did you not, for a moment, think about what would happen should you be found out?
I never wanted it to end in divorce. I was just fooling around with Sarah. It wasn't serious.
Really? It was all just fooling around? Nothing serious? Then why were you completely silent throughout the long conversation we just had?
Well, I just couldn't speak at the time.
You couldn't speak? Don't you just mean that you were too scared of what would happen if you said what you truly felt? When your own father asked you, is the reason why you did all this because you wanted a divorce, and you just stayed silent, that's the same as saying yes. If you really didn't want a divorce, then you should have at least denied it. Reality is, you didn't deny it. You do truly feel that way, and it's already over.
I just couldn't get out the words. I mean, he was staring daggers at me. I just couldn't think straight.
If you can't handle any of the consequences of what you did, then don't go having an affair in the first place. But what's done is done, so let's have our fun on our respective vacations. But it's after the vacation that I think is going to be the most difficult point for you. You've been disowned by your parents, and you're most certainly not allowed back into my house. I would start trying to find a place to stay as soon as you can.
Rachel, be real with me. Is what you said true? Did you already pack up all my things?
Yep, everything is gone. Pretty sure your parents were able to get out of the boxes from the house before they came to the hotel? Oh my goodness, packing all those boxes was such a pain. Seriously, my back is still pretty sore from all the packing.
How could you say it that way?
Really, John? By the way, you really shouldn't let Sarah be taking photos like that. I mean, you're supposed to be on a business trip, aren't you? Is it really okay to be taking photos like that?
Well, that's not what I wanted to do.
That's actually a pretty big no-no, isn't it? Which is exactly why I made sure to let your company know.
Wait, you let my company know?
Yep. I played it up pretty well, too. He told me he was going on a business trip out of town, but I've come to find out that he might be having an affair. What's going on? Please tell me that you sent him somewhere.
What?
After that, your boss apologetically told me that you were supposed to be on vacation today.
Rachel, how could you do something like that? What do you think is going to happen if news like that travels around the office?
Why should I care? I mean, we're getting divorced, so anything that happens to you is none of my business. At this point, we're just strangers.
You're a spiteful woman.
Oh, but since there's most definitely going to be a divorce settlement that you'll have to pay, make sure to figure out a way to keep working.
Divorce settlement? Wait, what are you talking about? You must be joking.
No, of course not. Why would I joke about something like this? I plan on taking $30,000 from you and then going for $15,000 from Sarah. Mental damages and all that. My lawyer says she can get at least that much.
You plan on doing what?
But anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Good night, John. I'm going to continue the party that I'm having with my friends here at the hotel. Happy divorce! We're going to be having so much fun over here. You should try and have as much fun as you can, too. Especially because when this vacation is over, you're going to have a lot of trouble ahead of you.
Stop messing around. How do you think I can have fun? Rachel, I'm begging you here. Please, stop this.
Thank you for unblocking me. Rachel, it's been way too long. How have you been? I'm so happy that I'm finally able to contact you again.
What do you want?
No, why are you being so cold? We can't properly talk if you're going to be all cold all the time. Come on, be a little more loose, Rachel.
I don't have time to be bothered with whatever thing it is that you're trying to pull. The sole reason that I unblocked you was that Mary had almost begged me to. Did you really have to go all that way and cause trouble for her as well? So please, don't get the wrong idea. Unblocking you was not in any way my own choice.
Oh, come on, Rachel. Don't be saying things like that. You're such a meanie. I mean, I have such good news that I just couldn't wait to share with you.
Just contacting you in any way is probably the furthest thing from good news that I've ever heard of. Honestly, just seeing your childish text again is enough to make my head hurt.
Oh, no. Please, don't say such mean things to me. It really hurts my feelings. I mean, I even tried to go out of my way so that I could tell you about the wedding.
Really? What are you going on about?
What I'm going on about? The wedding, of course. My wedding. I'm going to get married. I mean, isn't it a seriously happy event? You're definitely happy for me, aren't you?
Yeah, not really. I can't really think of why I would be happy for you.
What? But me and John are going to finally get married. I thought that not telling you of all people would be extremely rude. But here I was thinking about you, yet you're being so cold and cruel. How could you?
Sarah, sorry, but I really have no idea how you think. I can't help but think this is some spiteful joke that you're trying to pull. Why should I even be remotely excited or happy that you and John are getting married?
I mean, obviously because you would want to celebrate with us, right?
Nope, there's no possible way that I would want to celebrate with you. My ex-husband marrying his mistress? My ex-friend? You're telling me that I should come and pray for you guys' happiness? Have you completely lost your mind?
How could you say something so mean? What do you mean, of course? I haven't lost my mind. I'm perfectly normal. I'm living my life perfectly well. I just thought it would be polite to make sure that you know too.
Wow, no, I can't handle this. I can't handle talking to someone like you.
No! Wait, Rachel, wait. Come on, tell me. You'd like to come to the wedding ceremony, right?
What?
Of course you would like to come to the wedding ceremony. I mean, you'd love it.
This conversation isn't going to go anywhere. Goodbye, Sarah.
Wait, then are you telling me that you're not going to be going to the ceremony? Come on now. I've already got the invitation made and everything. Don't be like that. I was even hoping that you'd be able to make a speech as a friend. You know, start off the celebration right. Come on, you know that you want to. Pretty please. Rachel, come on, at least answer me. Come to the wedding.
Sorry for bothering you in the middle of work. Hey, Rachel, it's been a while. How have you been holding up? I'm guessing that you already heard about me wanting to contact you from Susan.
Yes, Susan had already told me about you wanting to get into contact. I'm doing fine. What is it that you wanted to confirm? Seriously, if it's something that you would go out of your way to get Susan involved in, then it must really be something, huh?
Yeah, it's something that I believe that I have to confirm with you no matter what. But it might actually become a pretty long conversation. Could it be possible that today, after work, we had the conversation over dinner or something?
Nope, absolutely not. Why should I even give you the time of day? I don't want to meet you, and I certainly don't want to talk to you.
I know it's not something that you really want to do, but this is an emergency. I wouldn't want to force you to do this if it wasn't.
Let me make a wild guess here. It has something to do with you getting married to Sarah, am I right?
My marriage to Sarah? Wait, you know about that? How do you know?
Yeah, I know all about it.
Yeah, but how do you know about it? I don't get it.
You ask how, but I'm confident you know the answer. It's obvious if you think about it, really. There is someone other than you in that relationship, even if they're a fool with a lack of common sense or courtesy.
So, you're telling me that Sarah came into contact with you? She told you about the marriage?
She had constantly messaged Mary begging for me to unblock her. Mary was just ignoring her, but Mary's parents lived close to Sarah. So apparently, one day Sarah caught Mary when she was coming to visit them, forcing her to ask me to unblock her just so that she could contact me.
So, she went that far then? Yeah, it's about the marriage. There are quite a few things that I want to discuss with you, so I would really like it if we could talk.
By no means are you going to be asking me to attend the ceremony as well, are you? You wouldn't be that stupid, would you? Just to make my point clear, I am absolutely not going to be attending that wedding.
Oh no, I had no intention of trying to get you to go to the wedding. There is something else that I wanted to ask. Also, it's not like I really have the courage to send you an invitation to come to the wedding.
Huh? Well then, what is it? What do you want?
That's exactly why I want you to cut some time away from me. This isn't something that I can just do over text. Moreover, there are things that probably won't come across right without talking face to face.
What do you mean things probably won't come across right?
Well, that's something that I want to discuss. Please, I'll go around your schedule. Can we make something work? If possible, having Susan and Mary come along would be ideal.
Huh? Susan and Mary? You want me to bring them as well?
Yeah, if at all possible. They might actually be contacting you soon. Will you please believe me? It really is just something that I want to confirm and discuss with you three.
Fine, I get it. How about around 7 then?
Great, thank you. I'll let you know about the restaurant and all that in a bit.
Hello again. What's up, Rachel? The wedding ceremony has been set. We're all ready to go.
What? Really? Are you being serious right now? Has something gotten into you?
What do you mean by that? Nothing has gotten into me. But more than that, you're going to be coming to the wedding, aren't you? I mean, you just have to come. I sent you an invitation and everything, but you never gave an RSVP. How could you be so forgetful?
If you were looking for a response, I had already given it to you the last time you contacted me.
But even then, of course you want to go to the wedding, right? I mean, why wouldn't you? So how about I just write you down as attending? Sounds great, right? We're going to have so much fun.
Huh? What is wrong with you? Did you forget how to read? Can you please stop trying to push your own selfish agenda on others? But that's beside the point. The wedding itself, it was canceled, wasn't it? Why are you trying to get me to go to a wedding that isn't even happening?
Oh, silly. What are you talking about? The wedding isn't canceled. Who on earth told you something like that? I mean, if it actually was canceled, why would I go out of my way to send out invitation letters?
Huh? All right then. If that's the case, then go ahead about put me down as I had originally responded. Not attending. If you could do that for me, that would be most appreciated.
Great. I hope you're looking forward to the wedding as much as I am. I'll make sure to put you down as attending then.
All right, Sarah. I'm not sure if you've just come to your wit's end and lost it or what, but you should really start listening to what people are telling you. Even if you try to forcefully move everything in the way that you want, it's not going to change what actually happens. Can you try and be a little more controlled with your reckless behavior? It would really benefit you and the people around you. As it stands now, you're simply being a nuisance to everyone around you.
No, but please, Rachel, don't be like that. I've tried inviting everyone to come to the wedding, but everyone keeps on refusing to come. You're the only one that I can count on. Please, pretty please. I was one of your best friends once. We've known each other for so long. I don't have anyone else that I can depend on to come to the wedding.
Your train of thought and how you think that any of this is appropriate, I just can't understand any of it.
Please try. I need you, Rachel. I mean, Rachel, you're the one person that can truly understand both me and John.
Goodbye, Sarah. Have a happy life.
I'll put you down as attending, okay? Please come. I need you to be there. Please, Rachel.
What do you want?
Please, pick up the phone.
I can't right now. What do you want?
Rachel, you know something about what is happening, don't you? More than that, why aren't you coming? Why aren't you here?
You're not acting like yourself, Sarah. Is something the matter? At a time like this, I half expect you to be filling the message with sad face emojis.
Shut up! I'm not going to be acting like that anymore. This is already the worst. What is going on here? You know what today is, don't you? You know how important today is for me?
Yeah, today would be the theoretical day of your wedding.
I knew it. You know something about what is happening, don't you? Moreover, I bet it was you who attempted John to do what he did. I can't believe you. How could you do such a thing?
Wait a minute. I just took another look at the messages you sent. Are you trying to say that you went to the church? Wait, don't tell me. You're there right now? Oh! I mean, I even told you that it was canceled. Why would you go to the church after you already know that even your supposed groom isn't going to be there?
How was I supposed to know that it was actually canceled? John had just done that all on his own. He never told me anything about it. We never had a conversation or anything, explicitly stating that the marriage was canceled, so how was I supposed to know?
Wow. No, Sarah, please, you have to start coming back to reality. A month ago, John had come to you specifically and canceled the wedding. How were you told that, but still expecting to get married? How would you even think that anything would turn out any different? Seriously, you really are too much, Sarah. I kind of wish I was much into my own world as you. It seems so interesting.
Hey, don't try and make fun of me, Rachel. I know that it's not actually your fault that this is happening. I've been saying it since the start of this conversation, haven't I? Why are you ignoring me?
Me? You're saying that I'm the reason why your wedding got canceled?
I mean, obviously it's your fault. You're the reason that John had to come up to me out of nowhere trying to cancel the wedding. You made such a big deal about it years ago, but it turns out you did the exact same thing. Such a hypocritical person you are, Rachel.
Hypocritical? The same thing? Are you really suggesting that me and John had a relationship while you two were together?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm going to make you pay for the damages just the way you made me pay.
Wow. Okay, Sarah, you're going to have to really start facing the music here. I mean, have you even talked to John about all of this? Did you even try to hear what he was trying to tell you? Sure, I may have been one of the things that started the whole domino effect, but Sarah, you have to realize that this was all brought up on yourself. There isn't anyone else to blame.
What are you talking about? How could I be the one to blame for this happening? Of course, I've been listening to John. He was my husband-to-be. I also distinctly remember him saying that he heard about me from you.
Huh? Oh yeah, but that was from even before your wedding got canceled. You're talking about the time John came to me asking what type of person you were, aren't you?
Huh? What do you mean, what type of person I am?
Yeah, and if that's what you were trying to refer to, that wasn't just me and John. Mary and Susan were there as well. The three of us had told John all about who you really were.
The three of you? Told John about me? What are you talking about? You're really not making any sense now.
I'll start at it from the beginning then. You remember the time that you had basically forced Susan to get me to unblock you? Then you proceeded to call me right as soon as you could and tell me that you were going to get married. Well, soon after that conversation, John had also called me. However, John was calling in order to find out more about you before actually getting married. So the four of us sat and had a long chat about what type of person you really are.
What? When did the four of you meet? I wasn't aware of this.
Well, to John, if you found out about any of this, I can only imagine that it would have been more of a bother than anything. So he probably just decided to keep it all a secret from you, telling you he went out to eat with his friends or something.
But why would he do such a thing? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, we were so happy together, and then he decides to go and do this on his own.
Well, anyway, you seem to be getting off track, so I'll start again. John wanted to know what kind of woman you are, so he contacted me, Susan, and Mary to find out. We got together and had a long, deep conversation about all of your actions. Knowing you, if you found out about any of this, you'd just get in the way. So collectively, everyone just decided not to tell you.
Get in the way? I wouldn't do something like that.
Yes, Sarah. Yes, you would. The way some people see you, and honestly how you see you, is completely different than what is actually true. For example, a lot of guys seem to look at you like you're some extremely innocent girl, one who's always talking in a cute voice or being extra bubbly. But to me, Susan and Mary, you're the complete opposite.
What do you mean, the complete opposite? The opposite of those things would make me look like I'm some type of monster.
Oh, stop. You know that this is completely true. Well, you should anyway. But anyway, after deciding that you two would get married, John wanted to check all his bases and talk to the people that were closest to you. Seems like there is some nasty rumors about you that caught his ear. He just wanted to know if they're true or not.
Wait, so that means you three met with John and just spent hours bad-mouthing me, causing him to rethink the whole marriage? Is that what you're saying? You three are the absolute worst people imaginable!
Before you start drawing your own conclusions about things, why don't you wait until someone is finished telling you what they have to say? I really think it would be much more beneficial for you. When I first heard from you about getting married to John, I did explain to everyone my opinion on the matter. I told them, please don't worry about me and go ahead and celebrate with them.
You said that? Really?
I mean, yeah. You received a lot of things when me and John got married, didn't you? Things like video letters and things like that. Now, because of my personal stance on what happened and everything surrounding you guys getting together, I couldn't bring myself to actually go to the wedding. But that doesn't mean that I wanted to go out of my way to ruin everything. If you wanted to go ahead and do those letters and whatever, then be my guest. It's been 3 years. I've moved on from that point in my life. Also, I'm not one to force my friends not to do something just for my sake. So I told them that if they wanted to go ahead and celebrate with them, then they would have my full blessing in doing so. I never said anything like, don't go to the wedding to anyone, not even to John.
If what you're saying is actually true, then how did things turn out the way that they did? If that's the truth, then none of this makes any sense at all.
You don't know? Are you sure that you just haven't realized how you've actually been acting? Sometimes I really think that you're in your own little world, Sarah. Free from knowing how hurtful and cruel your actions truly are. It wasn't just John. You've been making passes at other people that you shouldn't have as well. You ask for people to help support you financially, yet when it comes time to try and give something back, you just throw them away. Oh, and of course, ever since we were to school together, you've always had that nasty habit of trying to steal your friends' boyfriends. But the best part is, even when you were going out with John, you didn't stop doing any of those things.
What?
Now, I only told John about what you had done in the past. But after that, it seems that John decided to do his own work in getting everything brought to light. When he found out everything was true, that's when he decided to call off the wedding. I mean, he didn't even need much of a reason to be suspicious. Ever since you started living together, that's when he started to truly see what type of person you were.
What do you mean by that? You're saying that John knew everything about me? That he knew what I've been doing?
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Really, Sarah, for having such a twisted personality, you show it off way too quickly. You should really try to hide it more. I mean, he was saying how the moment you started living together, you would start wasting money like it was nothing. Then chores around the house, you would say that you can't do any of it and force John to do everything while you laze around. You would do that even though when you were in the process of trying to steal him away from his marriage, you kept saying that you loved to clean and were so frugal. Really, Sarah, you gotta hold back on showing those parts of yourself until much later. Doing all that, of course, John is going to start getting suspicious. That's just obvious. Oh, and I heard all about how you would constantly badmouth me behind my back and to John's face. You really have quite the mouth, don't you?
This can't be happening.
Even though you're revealing such a horrible side to him, basically forcing the marriage along like you did was really something as well. Wow, you were really determined to get it going, weren't you? One last thing that I'll just put out there in the open. I have no intention of getting back with John in any way, so you can rest easy on that one. Like, why would I even want a man who would cheat on me like he did? Wow, your situation must be getting kind of rough about now, huh?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I mean, the settlement money still hasn't been paid off. You also have a lot of other debts, don't you? I mean, you've been maxing out your credit cards. I don't really think you have the time to be complaining to me about this and that when there's so many other things on your plate you have to handle.
Oh no.
Well, no matter how you try to handle it, the truth is, you're not going to be able to run away from your reality forever. Try to play the innocent one, and getting someone to save you isn't going to work forever. I hope you figure that out soon. Good luck, Sarah. Following our little conversation, Sarah's actions had all started coming back to bite her. Along with a bill for the wedding ceremony that not even the groom had shown up to, her maxed out credit cards and other debt racked up to over $10,000. She then resulted to going to the only people that were willing to help her, her parents. She now lives with them, trying to get all the debt that she accrued slowly paid off. Whether it's all the responsibility finally forcing her to change her ways or what, she's much less childish nowadays. It was actually quite the change. Honestly, the change seems to have been good in teaching her a lesson, and Sarah herself even seems to think she's better for it. Now, I say this, but I still refuse to have any contact with her in any capacity. Mainly because I believe that if I, for some reason, decide to get involved with her in some way, I'll just bring unnecessary stress upon myself. For now, I want to live a nice, peaceful life, free from such unneeded stress. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.